Welcome back to the Snack Rack, everybody. We got another 3 snacks we've never had before. Today we're doing cereal bars.
Hey, you didn't fuck it up.
First up, we got Lucky Charms.
Then we got Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
And lastly, we've got Reese's Puffs, which I'm already assuming is going to be the best.
Same.
All right,
Peanut butter chocolate flavor.
So right off the bat, which one of these three do you think is going to be the best? Or
This is going to be the best.
I guess we knew that. Which one of these two do you think is going to be better?
Oh, these two. Well, growing up as a kid, I always liked Lucky Charms. However, growing up later in life, I found myself going more towards the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So I think, personally, it'll be the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I would agree with you. I have always liked Cinnamon Toast Crunch more than Lucky Charms, but I do like Lucky Charms.
Yeah, same.
So
I could always go for Lucky Charms.
I think they're all going to be good, though.
Yeah. So here's the real cool part about these boxes is that they open up like that, which honestly, it should just be like that on everything because that's genius.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking was these are like nutrition bars, but for cereal. So they're like nutrition bars, but not as healthy.
Yeah, except for usually the Nature Valley, they're like candy
Right.
bars. They're
Yeah.
not even that healthy. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, first impression, I'm already a little disappointed just by looking at it because
get that box back up here.
yeah. If you look at the box, it looks like, there's texture to it and everything. This is just square.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this image here is clearly they took a bunch of Lucky Charms
Yeah.
and put them together, probably
Yeah.
glued them together.
Yeah.
And it looks like the actual cereal into
Yeah.
a bar. This is clearly somewhat Lucky Charms like pieces with somewhat Lucky Charms like marshmallows, just packed together and then cut.
Yeah. And I'm curious because it shows here they're splitting it open. It's like, ooh, creamy gooey. Yeah, that didn't happen. Maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe it's really good.
I think the flavor is still going to be good, but presentation wise,
It's terrible.
I'm very gross. The bottom of the bar is white for milk. The bottom of this is like muddy brown. Like it's not good. Like if this is what your milk looks like and it's not chocolate milk,
Yeah.
you have a problem.
Yeah. Let's get into it. I'm tasting that Lucky Charm.
It's kind of stiff.
It is a little stiff. Maybe it's because it's a little cold.
It's not that cold. I mean, it's pretty warm.
I do like this on the bottom. I know we were tearing it up because of that, but I do like that.
Flavor is fine. This kind of thing is whatever it's supposed to be. Does taste good. It kind of feels like you're eating glue, kind of. Real stiff. It's not the same experience as eating cereal.
You know what it's like? Those pre-done Rice Krispie squares.
Yeah.
Only a little cheaper.
I bet how they came up with the idea for this is they just took Rice Krispie treats, which are just the cereal packed together, and they're like, oh, we can do that with our cereal.
I want another one. Where's the box? I do like them.
They do taste good. I mean, I guess for what they are, they're for kids to eat in the morning rather than a bowl of cereal. Nutrition-wise and stuff, I can't speak for it, but flavor, it's good. It's definitely different than a bowl of cereal, which isn't a bad thing. It's there's some aspects of it that's better than a bowl of cereal.
Honestly, and this sounds weird, I think it would be a little bit better if you put them in the microwave for literally 5 seconds.
I was kind of thinking that too. When you said it might be cold, I don't think it's cold, but that stiffness is really the worst aspect of it.
Yeah,
it really.
I agree.
It's not like chewing into a lot of other, like we said, Nature Valley. It's not quite like that where it just kind of squishes in your mouth.
It's stiff. You have to work on it.
It is really packed together. I'd say it's stiffer than a Rice Krispie treat for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was a little warm, because I expected it to kind of just chew right through it.
Right. I think what has me disappointed isn't the flavor, because it tastes great. It tastes amazing. It tastes like Lucky Charms. I love Lucky Charms. I think what disappoints me is the fact that it's just not as gooey as the picture makes out to be. Because I feel like there's a little bit of nice feeling when you eat something that's gooey.
That would be nice. Maybe warmed up, but I don't think it would ever achieve what it portrays on the box.
Right, yeah. I think if you really want that, honestly, and this is a recommendation to all of you, people who love getting your hands dirty with making food, like try to make that yourself.
That might be interesting.
Yeah, try to maybe not the bottom part because that wouldn't work out very well. But because I know my mom, she would make Rice Krispie treats all the time. Ooh, she would do Snickerdoodles. Yeah, Snickerdoodles. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name of them. She'd always make Snickerdoodles with chocolate on top.
That's something you brought up that I never thought of before.
You could make that at home.
People don't really make Rice Krispie treats with other things, and there's no reason you couldn't use other cereal.
Yeah.
I guess Rice Krispie treats is smaller than most cereals. I don't see why nobody has made Lucky Charms Rice Krispie treats, because all you do is just melt marshmallows in with it and let it harden basically.
Yeah. What I have tried before that's really good? Fruity Pebbles packed in like a Rice Krispie treat. It was good.
The best part of a Rice Krispie treat is the marshmallows. So I think you could put in most other cereals and it would probably be good.
Yeah. And in my opinion, Rice Krispies, they're good, but they're kind of like the boring cereal.
Yeah, I'd never eat a bowl of Rice Krispie treats.
I have, but I wouldn't.
They make all the noise, and that's the only thing they have.
Yeah.
So with all that discussion, would you buy these again?
I don't think I'd buy them again. But what I would try to do is try to make these with my mother, of course, because I don't have any cooking skills. But honestly, I'm going to recommend this to her. Say, hey, we should make these.
I don't see myself buying these again either, partially because I'm not a huge fan of Lucky Charms. I like them, but I don't buy Lucky Charms cereal. I probably wouldn't buy Lucky Charms cereal. Yeah, I probably wouldn't buy this again. It's one of those things where if they were there, I'd eat them. I was really disappointed on the appearance, though. They looked nothing like on the box.
Same. Honestly, if they tasted exactly the same, but they looked like this, it might be a different story. I know that's weird to say. And usually I'm not one to go and say, form over function. Yeah. I'm more of a function over form person. But honestly, I would buy this again if it looked better.
I probably still wouldn't buy it again, but I would give it much higher ratings if it looked anything like on the box. Yeah. But that was a major disappointment when we opened it up.
Because it was just square.
Unfortunately, I think it's going to be the same case with the other two.
Probably. So next up, we got the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And what I think will be interesting is if you look here on the box, they can't just use their traditional piece of cereal. They have to, kind of grain it up like they did here. So I'm hoping this will have a little bit better appearance than the Lucky Charms, but I'm not sure.
This one also has kind of like a drizzle over the top.
Yeah. So I think it'll be interesting to see how that is.
I am wondering why they didn't use their cereal, because they probably could have.
Yeah, honestly, it would have been a little weird, but that's okay.
You know what it is? Like we saw with the Lucky Charms, they just put the cereal in, packed it all tight with probably some sort of marshmallow-like thing, and then just cut it.
Yeah.
Well, they can't just pack Cinnamon Toast Crunch together because they're hard and brittle.
Right.
So had they done that, it would have just shattered everything.
Yeah.
So they had to make a batter-like material.
Yeah. Or maybe they just said, screw it, and this was the result.
Either way could be.
So, I will say it feels exactly the same. This, not reminiscent of that.
This is a major disappointment. This is not, this doesn't even look close.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Like the drizzle on top almost looks like they painted it on top. Like there's no texture to it.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Honestly, I think this is smaller than the Lucky Charms one.
Oh, we got a little bit of, but not a lot.
This one does smell very good though.
It smells amazing.
The Lucky Charms one didn't really have a smell.
Yeah.
But this one, I can smell it from here.
Honestly, with just the texture of these, this might be better than the Reese's Puffs.
It might be, but right away with the appearances, I am very disappointed with this.
Yeah, across the board, because I was able to stick it back together. It feels like such a misleading advertisement.
This is very, very, very much different than that. Let alone the fact that it looks so much smaller. It doesn't have any texture to it. That drizzle, which seems like it would be a pretty easy thing to make look even closely than that. The bottom is all pitted. It better taste fantastic.
Yeah, it better. I'm going to go in.
All right. That is really good. Man,
I wouldn't care if this looked like dog shit. That's good.
that is really good.
I'd buy this again.
I'm gonna buy this again.
Same.
How are these things so slept on? I've never heard of these. Like, I've seen them,
Yeah.
but nobody talks. These things are fantastic. Man, these are good. It is gonna be hard for Reese's Puffs to top that.
It is.
I'm getting the second one too. Man, these things are good.
I'm not sure I would really change that. Like, even though it looks like shit compared to what's on the box, it just tastes really good.
I am still very disappointed by how different. I understand marketing. It's gonna be different,
Yeah.
but that is such a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
But this thing tastes like that thing looks.
Yeah, it does. You know, chefs and cooks out there of the world make this. It can't be that difficult.
I'd say this one would be harder than other cereals.
Yeah,
because,
just because of the form.
the brittle shape. But I did notice. You see, there's you can kind of see a full piece in there.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you just like crushed it up.
I do think they added more than just the cereal in here. Like I can kind of. It looks like there's like cinnamon in there or something.
Well, it is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Well, it looks like they almost added like more cinnamon. Like they
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like they packed
Yeah. Like
cinnamon
they
in around
maybe
it.
sprinkled some in. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's part of like it's not just the cinnamon toast crunch coming in. Then they've also like they add more cinnamon or something because it almost looks like there's just like pockets of cinnamon in there.
Yeah. Honestly, the Lucky Charms one tasted like Lucky Charms. This did not taste like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And I mean that in a good way. Because Cinnamon Toast Crunch tastes good. But this is just something different. Like it's still cinnamony, of course. But this is great.
Yeah, it is fantastic. I would say it does kind of taste like cinnamon toast crunch, but I do see what you're saying, how it is different. I think this is better than cinnamon toast crunch, kind
Yeah.
of, because it's not. Because like we were saying, it's not like eating a bowl of cereal, and sometimes that's kind of a problem with cereal. Is like it'll make the roof of your mouth feel all torn up and stuff.
Yeah. Plus, over time, you know, you get to eating it, it gets soggy.
Yeah.
And,
So I think this is actually a better way to experience the cinnamon toast crunch. And you know what? As disappointed as I am by the appearance, it far overcame it.
oh yeah, far. That tastes incredible.
I am definitely going to be buying this again.
Same. So last but not least, what we've been looking forward to the most, the Reese's Puffs.
This one has a high mountain decline.
It does. Has a very high mountain decline.
However, this one is 110 calories,
Yeah.
which is 10 more than the other two.
Yeah,
So,
so maybe that's a good thing.
perhaps 10 more calories of flavor.
Yeah. Now, the one thing that we know this isn't going to look anything like what's on the box. But the one thing that I would be curious about is the last two we said, oh, you know, the Lucky Charms, you could make that, you know. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it might be difficult, but you could overcome it. These, because the regular cereal is just balls.
I think you could do it. I'd say this
Yeah.
would be just as easy as the cinnamon
think
toast
so?
crunch, if not easier.
You might be right.
I do like, however, that this one, it's got kind of a peanut buttery color to the
Right.
the milk, whatever it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that has some sort of flavoring to it.
Yeah.
It's not just that milk thing.
Yeah,
it's
I hope
actually
so. Yeah.
Peanut butter.
Oh, this doesn't have it.
This
you
one's
kidding me?
already losing. It doesn't have the pantry friendly. You know, it doesn't seem like something that matters too much, but
Right.
once you don't have it, you really notice it because that was a really nice feature.
Yeah.
You need any box tops, Chris?
Yeah, my school needs them.
Okay.
Yeah, these feel like the other ones. Actually, I feel like there's a little more texture on top. I don't know if it's even worth getting into at this point, but I think this is the least worse out of the others.
It's the closest to the actual.
It's the
image,
closest, yeah.
I don't like how much smaller that they are than on the box.
Maybe that's not a terrible thing.
I mean, I understand marketing, but like
Will it be? Ooh. Oh, that's not gooey at all. I thought it would be.
I think the top more accurately describes the drizzle. Still quite a bit off.
Yeah.
There are actually, balls of cereal in
Yeah.
there. You can see on the side, they're sheared off, and
Yeah.
you can see this the cross section of them. The bottom is still quite a bit pitted.
Yep.
The coloration is much closer to the coloration because it's supposed to be that peanut butter. Little disappointing, but at this point expected.
Yeah.
The smell, however,
It smells so good.
it
That
smells
smells
very strongly.
amazing. That smells awesome.
I'm gonna go a little away from you here and say that I don't love the smell.
You don't think so?
It's okay, but personally, I don't think Reese's and Reese's Puffs have that strong of a smell. So I'm not quite sure what the smell is.
Maybe I'm such a big fan of the cereal that the smell excites me.
It's kind of peanut butter though. Like
Yeah, I know. But you also get a little bit of chocolate in there too.
it does kind of smell, but I'm just saying
It doesn't. I will say it doesn't smell as good as the cinnamon.
the cinnamon one when that one
That's
was good.
that one. Yeah.
This one, it just kind of smells like peanut butter.
Yeah.
And I don't think peanut butter is when people are talking about foods that have really good smells. Peanut butter usually
Yeah.
isn't one of those.
Yeah. Well, I like the smell of this, but again, I think that's just because it excites me. Because it's like I love Reese's
You know it's
Puffs.
coming.
Yeah, I know it's coming.
I like Reese's Puffs too. I feel like the scent is a little too strong for what it is.
Yeah.
I think if it smelled a little bit lighter, and it just had a hint of peanut butter, it would be better. But it is really overwhelming of peanut butter.
Yeah.
It almost makes
And
me
maybe
think,
that's intentional.
but it almost makes me think of like when you get like a huge spoonful of peanut butter, and like it's hard to eat. And I like peanut butter. I really like peanut
Yeah,
butter.
same.
But I feel like this scent is almost like too much peanut butter. Well, I guess let's try it.
I don't know what. Sorry about that. I had to fully just take it in. It tastes really good. I really like the way it tastes. I think they absolutely nailed the flavor compared to what a Reese's Puffs is. However, I don't think it's as good as the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Definitely agree with you on that. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch was by far better. I like it. However, I don't think it is fantastic. And I would probably still eat I would probably still eat cereal
Right,
with Reese's
before
Puffs.
this, yeah.
Before
No, I
this.
agree. The one advantage that you do get with this is I feel like there's a little more peanut butter flavor
There
in
is
it.
quite a bit more peanut butter
Yeah.
in there.
But I'm assuming that's because the cream for it, is more peanut butter flavored than milk.
I would say that that's not necessarily a good thing though.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like it, but I feel like it kind of overpowers the chocolate.
Yeah.
And Reese's is always kind of more peanut butter than chocolate.
Yeah.
But the chocolate's an important aspect of it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And
This is more like a peanut butter bar.
I
Like
feel-
there's a little bit of chocolate, but there's not much.
I feel like they kind of abandon the chocolate and they kind of act like it's not important, but the chocolate's an important part,
Yeah.
and you can't forget the chocolate.
I think all of these, if we would have heated them up, I think it would have tasted better, but we're lazy, so heck off. I think all of these would taste a lot better if like someone made them homemade.
Don't see myself buying this again.
Same.
I-
Same. I like it. I like it a lot. Good flavor. Would recommend. Honestly, this might not be a bad, like, say you don't get a good chance to get in breakfast like I do. This would be like a good grab and go.
With the options, I probably wouldn't go with this one.
Same. I would go for the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
But yeah, I'm really disappointed that it doesn't have the pantry access,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
that's
that might be because this is an older box or something. Maybe you get that with like another one.
maybe this is
But-
an older box.
yeah.
That is a real big disappointment. I think it's the least different than the.
Yeah,
the
it's
picture.
more similar to the cereal than the others.
I was gonna say it's more. It's closer to the picture.
Closer to the picture.
I don't think it's fantastic, but it is good. I'm not gonna buy it again.
Same.
Maybe give it a try.
Yeah, give it a
If
try.
you really like
if you
Reese's
really
Puffs-
like, yeah,
If you really like Reese's Puffs, stick with the Reese's Puffs, but maybe give it a shot just to see what you think of it. It's an interesting flavor. I don't think it's something that you have to try. It's not like this is so great.
yeah,
So overall, I'd say Cinnamon Toast Crunch won by
yeah.
far.
One by far, which we were expecting this to win by far.
This was so much better than
Oh,
I
yeah.
expected. This
Yeah.
is not at all what I expected
Yeah,
it to taste like.
same.
Because cereal-wise, Reese's Puffs is way better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah,
But this is so much better
yeah,
than any cereal or cereal bar I have ever had.
same.
This one, I'd say, is probably still better than the Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Neither of them are really fantastic, and so neither of them stand out as being
Right.
the winner. Definitely going to buy this again.
Same.
I would recommend people
Same.
out there.
Buy it, just buy it.
Don't even question
Yeah,
us.
just
go
don't
buy
even
it.
question it. Just get in your car right now. Go to Walmart or your local supermarket, whatever. Go to like the cereal aisle or wherever we found this. Buy it.
Finish the video first, then
Yeah.
do that. These two, I wouldn't even really recommend. I mean, if you're looking to try them, give them a shot. They're not horrible, but they didn't really stand out, and I'm not going to buy either of them ever again. This one, I'm very disappointed it didn't have the pantry-friendly door.
Same. That's just
It's
awesome.
such a nice feature.
Yeah.
It's really cool. The picture's really disappointing still.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Like I get marketing, like they spray hairspray on burgers to make them shine, and they use glue in cereal commercials.
There's a good reason why they do it, but I feel like if they can't even get close to it, maybe lower the expectations. Because that was by far the biggest complaint about
Yeah.
these. I would have complained a lot less about this one
Yeah.
had it just looked better. And if I
Yeah.
didn't have such a high expectation on the front,
Yeah.
I'm still going to buy it. I know what Lucky Charms are. This looks so much better than the bar did. I think that the image on it looks way better than it needs to look to sell it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they went so much higher than they knew it was going to be.
Yeah. And I think in today's, people know how this stuff works. They make it look good for, an advertisement to catch your eye. It almost just seems, excessive at this point. Like, can't you just have like a logo that says this is a candy bar version of it or whatever?
Honestly, I guess the image is kind of important to know
Yeah.
what a cereal bar is because it's kind of a newer thing.
Right.
But yeah, it doesn't need to go overboard. And the other thing is this Lucky Charms. I feel like the size, obviously it's enlarged, but I feel like the size is much closer to the actual size of the bar.
Yeah.
This one looks so much longer.
Yeah, that's huge.
And that one kind of too. But overall, little disappointed on appearance, but flavor was okay, and this one is fantastic.
This is so good. Buy it.
Absolutely. Give this one a try. So once again, thanks for joining us in the snack rack. Come back next time when we got another 3 snacks we've never had before.